Well, who would have thought it? You know, Fast and Furious was a really, really good film when it came out. Obviously it was a rip-off of maybe one other film. I think it was Point Blank at the time. And it just replaced kind of a lot of heists or something like with cars, street racing, and to that I absolutely loved it. It was probably one of the first kind of like film series that I absolutely enjoyed and loved watching, and of course I have seen every other film and got them all on Blu-ray. My favourite overall though is technically Tokyo Drift. I just love like the atmosphere, everything about this film, but really to be honest the best film overall is Fast 5. Now if you stayed mid-credits in Fast 5, you would have saw something that would either made you kind of interested or like me really freaking pissed me off. And there's no point in skipping it because it was in the trailers and you know that this is what the main reason is for the film, but Letty, we thought she died in the 4th film and apparently is back for the 6th, yes. And I was kind of wondering, I thought a lot of things in my head. It's like, is this probably like maybe she had a twin that we didn't know about? Obviously that could not be the case because, you know, like was it Dom and Finn and her, you know, they've been together like since they were like freaking young and whatnot. But obviously I thought, then I kind of thought, is this just another excuse to make more money out of this franchise? And it probably is. But I gave it the shadow of doubt, and you know what? It was really good and some answers were answered. So, the story is good for this type of film. I mean, what they've really done is they've really actually pointed a really big time villain. This guy, he doesn't care about money, doesn't care about, you know, so he's not, you know, organising street races, he's not having a big stack of cash in a vault, you know, it's in the police department. No, this guy is just a villain, that's it, and I think this is really good for this kind of series and the way it's kind of been going lately. But this does kind of take off after Fast 5. I don't know how long it takes off though, so I'm probably going to say 5 or so months after the 5th one. Realistically that would work out in my opinion. But the story is good, but there's just some points of the story that just felt a bit cliche in a way, and even like towards the end it felt a bit, you know, kind of like stupid in a way, and the way that they done it was overall kind of stupid, but it was still kind of satisfying at the same time. Right, I am not going to sort of keep you hanging around here for long. If you liked Fast 5's, you know, way that they did the film, you are going to love this exactly the same way, because that's exactly what this is. Kind of like, in my opinion, Fast 5.5. This isn't a sequel, this is more of like an expansion sort of, because you're initially just getting the same characters back again, minus the two guys from the Fast 5 that were, you know, head up a casino. We get introduction to a new character, we get back an old character, and we get a sort of big time villain. So obviously it's just like an expansion, and it's not kind of like a new kind of sort of setting in my opinion. And to be honest, I'm actually cool with that. I'm really cool because I really did actually enjoy myself. This has just really good fun, pacing, humour, everything is really good about this film. And it's probably one of those best sort of action films this summer that you would just go in for just mindless fun, because it's just, that's what it is, it's just mindless now. It's, you know, and they try to really put a story into it, and the story kind of goes either way in my opinion, but overall like that's what it is. And you've got to give props to the director. The director's name I think is Justin Lee. He really revived this series, because if he wasn't the director for this, these films could have been direct to DVD. Yeah, and they wouldn't have had the same budget, probably the same amount of cars. You know, it would have been cheap, tacky, boring, and the series probably would have died through that. So Justin Lee gets really good props for his directing skills, and apparently he's directing his 7th, which I heard is the final installment of it. Yeah, that tagline when they say in this poster like, all roads have leads to this, yes it does, but now they've got to cross that bridge in order to finish the gate, you know. Is there anything I don't like about this film? Well, if you don't like guns, explosions, then you're not going to like this film probably. But also the one thing I don't like is they've added a street race scene in this film, and I think the only reason they added in it because it wasn't present in the fifth one, like at all. That scene with the police cars in the fifth one doesn't count because they were camouflaged to S with it, and I kind of felt that just took away the sort of time that didn't need to be in there, in my opinion, and it just added a bit more length to the film, and that's just about it, to be honest. Obviously though, say for mid-credits, because there is another wee extra bonus little scene there, and it does lead up to the seventh one very well, and you'd be really surprised of how they're going to lead it up and who actually is leading the seventh one up to it, and I'm really looking forward to that now. So obviously when I recommend saying that this is good mindless fun, yes, I would recommend going and seeing this. I mean, there's not really a lot of good sort of action films out there right now. I mean, the only other two big films I can see that are out are Iron Man 3, which is Star Trek Into Darkness, which is amazing, and then you've got this one. So obviously summer is looking pretty good so far. Hopefully it keeps up the pace, and I'm going to buy this on Blu-ray because I have all the others on Blu-ray. But yeah, I enjoyed it, and I can't wait for the seventh one. Hope you guys enjoy it, and check you guys later for any new videos I'm going to make. So, bye!